Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what time it is, man. We back again, man, for the weekend banger game. It's the weekend banger time, y'all. Already know the count. I got one for y'all. That's a lot, as usual. Like I always say around this time, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. I got no problem looking out. I promise y'all, man. I don't have no problem making sure y'all get this great content, these bangers. I have no problem making sure y'all get that, man, when you supposed to get it. As long as y'all can keep promising me, man, y'all gonna stay y'all ass out the way. That's all I need y'all to do, man. It's an easy thing to do, man. You either want to stay out the way or you want to be in the damn way, man. You got to choose one, man. When you in the damn way, your chances are high of going to them damn prison cells, man. And that's a place you don't want to be. I tell you about it in all my stories. It was a miserable place to live. We made the best of it, but at the end of the day, man, when you snatched away from your loved ones, man, ain't nothing making the best out of that. I promise you that, man. You might as well just stay out here, change your life around, do the right thing. Doing the right thing. There's nothing wrong with doing the right thing, man. Dudes be scared to do the right thing, man. Everybody always want to level up so fast. That was our problem when we was young. We wanted to level up fast and we rushed and did things, man. And it landed us in jail for years, man. I'm talking to the dudes who done came home from doing the bid, man. If you out here right now and you having problems or struggling, trying to stay out the way because you got people around you that's trying to keep you in the way, I'm letting you know now, man, do it for your family, man. If you don't do it for nobody else, do it for your family, man, because they're the ones that need you, man. So just stay out the way, y'all. That's it, man, period. But y'all already know what time it is, man. It's the weekend banger. I need everybody to like and share and subscribe. That's what I need y'all to do. I've been seeing y'all turn up them lights, man. Let's get them likes up on these videos, y'all. Let's get them up. If y'all rock with me, man, let's get them up, man. We need to like, share, and subscribe this jank, man. So turn me up. Y'all already know what it is, man. Let's get it. Let's go. Y'all already know what it is, man. But let's get down to business. Let's get down to business, man. And the story I got for y'all today is called Crips versus Muslims. Yeah, man, it got crazy one time, man. Y'all got to understand, when there's two groups, when there's a group of people and another group of people involved, it always goes bad, man. That's just how it is, man. It'd be a battle for power sometimes. Sometimes it'd be over other things, man. But y'all got to understand, like, you know, the gangs was new in Virginia. So now that the gangs have formed, and everybody's has their own little team and everybody's running around with different colors and all that, you have that situation going on. On the other side, you got an organization that's not really an organization. They're really a group of people that just, they are a group of people. They have a religion, and they are the Muslims. And the Muslims, they're never the type of people, man, I ain't even gonna lie. I have nothing bad to say about no Muslims throughout my stories, because every Muslim I encounter, y'all, I'm letting y'all know now, they are official. I have never really ran across a Muslim that was in the damn way. Now, I'm not saying they out there, but the ones that I knew and the ones that I talked to, all of them was official dudes, man. So with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna take y'all, man, to 2009. We on Lawrenceville on this one, y'all. We on Lawrenceville on this one right here, y'all. And I can remember a time, man, you know what I mean? I was in the pod. Y'all already know if it's 2009, if I'm not in gangland, then my ass is in San Francisco. So this is around the time when they moved me to San Francisco, around this time when this story is going on. But when I moved to San Francisco, y'all know the count is maniac over there. There's a lot of stuff going on. Bunch of stuff going on. I'm just trying to stay out of the way, move the right way, and just stay out of everybody's business, man, because there was a whole lot of stuff going on in that building, in that pod alone, especially my pod, man. But I was in the pod, y'all, like, I'll say it was probably like like 5 Bloods, and I'll say it was like maybe 3 Crips. It was 3 Crips in there. And when it came to the Muslim community, it was probably about 7 Muslims in there. You know what I mean? Now, throughout the whole building, if you want to line numbers up of the people that I just named, the Bloods, the Crips, and the Muslims, I would say who has the most people is the Muslims, man, hands down, man. But when I was in the park, I'm not going to say these guys' name, by the way, y'all don't kill me on this one, man. Safety first on this one, definitely, man. Like, you got to understand, like, this went down, but, like, you know, at the end of the day, man, like, you know, people don't want their name dragged in the mud, how they had to become a savage in this situation because it was a crazy situation, man. But with that being said, man, I'm going to leave these guys' names out of it, man. So I remember being cool with a dude, man, that was from Norfolk, man, and we're going to call this man C, man. And C was a Crip. You know what I mean? C was a Crip. He was an official Crip. You know what I mean? I told y'all back when I first was bitten, like it was hard for the Crips to kind of like get their respect in the beginning because it was so many Bloods. But by the time I done got to Lawrenceville, been on Susses a while, you know what I mean? Came to Lawrenceville, it's 2009. It's an even situation. I saw that when I was in Gangland and 40 building, like the Crips got numbers just like the Bloods. And that's just what it was. The GDs had numbers. You know what I mean? It just wasn't the Bloods that just had everything overcrowded and dudes were outnumbered. No, it was fair fight now, man. So it was a different ball game. So the dude C, who was from Norfolk, man, like me and him was jive cool. I ain't even gonna lie. For one, he was in Gangland, the same building I was in too. And not only he was from Norfolk, but I saw that he was a Crip, kind of like, he didn't take no mess. You know what I mean? He didn't take no mess. He wasn't a dude that'll just let you you know what I mean, carry him, you know what I mean, just because he was a Crip. Because I'm telling y'all, that was the stereotype in the beginning of Virginia prison when it first came. The Bloods had everything on smash. But my homeboy C, he was more of a dude that felt like he wasn't around really for that era back when I was telling him how Susses was. So the way he carried it now, like definitely he demands respect or else. You know what I mean? It didn't matter. He was in his gang or the other gang. C demanded respect. He didn't play no games, man. So me and him used to always kick it. You know what I mean? Like, we had a great bond, you know what I mean? Not only he was from the way, you know what I mean? He was a cool dude to talk to. So me and him always had conversations, and we would always he would always ask me about how I was back when I was on Susses in the early years, you know what I mean? I used to tell him, like, listen, bro, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro, but like, the Crips was outnumbered. So it was like, it wasn't really nothing they can do. It wasn't a lot of Crips on the compound. So the ones that was on the compound, it used to look crazy because they was outnumbered and the Bloods wasn't playing games with them people, man. Like back then, the Bloods had nothing else to do but color bang. You know what I mean? It was major color banging going on around that time because they had no one else to beef with for real. So I told him how it was back then. So he used to hear that and be like, yeah, but look, now, you know what I mean? He was like, yo, it's different now. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for one of them to jump out there. And he wasn't somebody that hated the Bloods, but like he was still somebody I could tell. I used to tell him how I was back in the day on Susses 2. He was telling me about how I was in Norfolk in the early 2000s. You know what I mean? He was telling me about how I was when it first hit, and he was letting me know. He was saying that, you know, the Crips had sections and the Bloods had their own sections, and it was majority Bloods, just like how I was explaining it back then. But he was like, as the years went on, the Crips kind of formed and it became even just like how it is in here. You know what I mean? So it was a similarity to our stories of what we was telling each other, man. And we used to always kick it. You know what I mean? Me and him always used to kick it, man. So like C wasn't the type of guy that get into shit. You know what I mean? He didn't really get into too much stuff, but he definitely gonna ride with his squad. Now, it was 2 other dudes in there that was Crips. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say their name either, but they were C friends, you know what I mean? And they used to roll with C like C was the leader, kind of like. But I don't wanna say C was the leader. He just was an official young boy, kind of like, you know what I mean? C was probably about 6'1", you know what I mean? Built like a wide receiver, like, you know what I mean? He was tall, slim built type of dude, you know what I mean? That can rumble, you know what I mean? So like, the other Crip dudes, I forgot what city they was from, but they used to run with bro. But C used to rock with all the Crips and the GDs on that whole side of the yard. He just was in my part and I rocked with him. So while they in there, man, like I say, he really wasn't a dude that get into stuff. You know what I mean? He didn't get into a whole lot of stuff, man. Like the first incident that I ever seen him kind of get out of his square is when it was a dude that they said that came to our pod that owed one of the Crips some money. Now, the dude that came to our pod, he came straight into a cell with a homosexual. So when he moved in the cell with a homosexual, like, that wasn't stopping nothing if you owe the bread, I guess, man, because they was still on serious time and they wasn't joking around. So I seen C, he just was looking serious as hell all day, like he was on point, like, you know what I mean? He was serious as hell. So I see them pull up on a dude and just move in the pod. They talking to him like kind of like by the cooler, like by the front door kind of like, and they talking to him, you know what I mean? But I can tell like how C talking, like he aggressive with it, like he, you know what I mean? He got down going in with him, like, you know what I mean? Nigga with that junk looking like DMX got down belly. That nigga was snapping. I'm like, God damn, bro, snapping about. So they talk to the dude, then they walk dude to his cell. So the goddamn homosexual, when they walk bro to his cell, the homosexual came out the cell because he seen 3 dudes walking to his cell. So he get up and come out of the cell, he looking, and goddamn, next thing you know, see them just push dude in the cell, man. They just went whooping his ass. I'm looking like, damn, they punishing dude, man. I'm talking about, man, they in that joint, y'all. That's all you see is 3-on-1. And I'm looking like, and I'm seeing C put that work in, and I'm like, damn. So they beat dude up, you know what I mean? The homosexual stood there and watched his man get pounded on, pause, you know what I mean? And then after they beat him up, they robbed him, y'all. They robbed him, I ain't even gonna lie. Now, I gotta be fair on this one, like, the Bloods, but when it came to the gangs, like the Bloods really didn't, I would say they wasn't stealing, they wasn't like robbing, you know what I mean? Like I would say the Crips did that when I was on Lawrenceville, you know what I mean? Now on Sussex, they was robbing and all that shit and doing all that shit on Sussex, the Bloods. But on Lawrenceville, they wasn't. The Crips' job used to be the ones that do dirty work like that, you know what I mean? Like they took pride in doing dirty work like that. So they went in there and beat the hell out the dude, robbed him, took his TV, took his CD player, took his commissary, took everything, man. The little homosexual dude stood right there and was looking sad as hell, man. They beat dude ass and made dude lead the pod, man. So when I seen that, I'm like, damn, see, man. So when I caught him the next day, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, bro, like, the hell was going on yesterday? He like, man, shit, dude, owe my homie, you know what I mean? He was like, goddamn, he checked in on my homie, goddamn, in 40 building. He was like, goddamn, he been in the hole a minute. He come out here and get straight in the cell with a homosexual. He was like, nah, he's not gonna have a good life like that under my damn watch. I'm like, damn, so y'all whooped his ass. He was like, yeah, he can't come back on the compound. You know what I mean? He was like, anywhere he go, nigga gonna strike him. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, so C showed me like, even though, you know what I mean, that wasn't my business and I didn't condone and dudes getting robbed and shit like that, but I seen him put that work in, you know what I mean? Like, you know, he in the gang, you might as well put work in if you in the gang. So I was all right with that. I wasn't mad at him, you know what I mean, for those situations. You know, I just got over in San Francisco. I've been over there a month or 2 now. So I'm minding my business, just waiting to get the hell out of there. But when I seeing them wilding out, it was crazy, man. So boom. Through this whole time right here, y'all, I'm cool with another dude in the pod. You know what I mean? The other dude I'm in the pod with, I'm not going to call his name either, but he is a Muslim, man. We're going to call this man Ak. And me and Ak was cool as a bitch since Sussex. You know what I mean? Like, I knew this man since Sussex. I ain't even going to lie. I ain't even going to say where he from, because that might alert a lot of dudes that be watching this that been on Lawrenceville. They're going to know who I'm talking about. But this man, goddamn, was an official dude. I ain't going to lie. Like, I give him his credit, man, because through all the years I knew him, man, no crazy stuff on his name. Nobody ever like disrespected him, you know what I mean? I seen him be an official Muslim for years, you know what I mean? And like I say, like I was telling y'all in the beginning, like all the Muslims that I ran across out my bed, they was all official Muslims, man. Like I never was around a Muslim that was a clown. Like I say, I'm not saying they out there and I'm not saying that the Muslims are perfect. I'm just saying the Muslims that I ran across from Sussex 2 all the way to Lawrenceville, all of them official. I got nothing bad to say about none of them, y'all. None of them, but me and Op was tight. I ain't even gonna lie. When I first moved in the pod, when I first moved to San Francisco, I was looking dumb as a bitch in the face. You know what I mean? I was mad as hell that they moved me from gangland to this. But after I put my stuff up and I came downstairs and I seen Op, you know what I mean? Op didn't care about if it was homosexuals in the pod, and you know what I mean? He didn't care about the stuff I was caring about. Like he was already like down a little while. He was already somebody that was bitten, and you know what I mean? Like him being in that pod, as long as he was in there with his Muslim brothers, you know what I mean? He didn't give a damn, you know what I mean, about the other homosexuals and all that stuff running around. They not gonna play no games with him, you know what I mean? So he ain't even really sweat none of that shit. So when I first put my stuff up, when I first moved in the pod, I spotted Op, man. I went and docked him up, you know what I mean? I knew he wasn't gonna be nobody that me and him like hanging, you know what I mean? But me and him know each other. Like he know me from 2C years ago on Sussex 2. So when he seen me like, oh shit, goddamn, T White, you up this bitch? I'm like, yeah, bro, I was in 40 building, they moved me over here, you know what I mean? So he get to talking and shit, he like, yeah, man. He was like, man, this shit all right, man. You know, he's like an old head, pa. He said, you got a lot of gumps in here, you know what I mean? But for the most part, it's laid back. He's like, the police don't mess with you, you know what I mean? I'm like, that's what's up, man, you know what I mean? So he just running everything down. Goddamn, I see Ak in the pod. He probably got like 4 or 5 other Muslims with him because they pray together. So when I see them pray in the back of the pod, it used to be probably 4 or 5 of them, you know what I mean? They were guys that never really pushed nothing at nobody. When I say nothing, they don't push nothing at nobody, y'all. Like, I promise y'all, man, like, the Muslims didn't push nothing at nobody, but they are their own organization, you know what I mean? They have numbers. They have people that is the leader, you know what I mean, that calls the shots on if they supposed to move or not, man. They just not a loud gang. Like, they're not like loud with it like the Bloods and Crips. And like I say, I'm not saying they're a gang, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that the Muslims are a gang at all, but they have organization like a gang, if I'm saying that right. You know what I mean? I hope I am, but I used to see Ak ever since Sussex. You know what I mean? I don't want to say Ak was the leader of the Muslims, and I don't want to say that. I don't want to admit to that either. But I seen him be a Muslim for years. You know what I mean? Like, I met him in 2003. You know what I mean? I'm back around him again in 2009. This is 6 years later. So I seen him be an official Muslim for years. You know what I mean? Everything always right with him. If a beef jump off, Ak was the dude that'll come out, that he with the action. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, he trying to get that joint alleviated. He trying to get it squashed because he used to look at the bigger picture. He used to say stuff like this. You know what I mean? He was one of those brothers that say stuff like this. That's what they want us to do. They want us going against each other and here killing each other and fighting and stabbing each other. That's what they want. They winning when we do that. Nah, and when I used to hear him say that on Sussex, I used to be like, damn, he right. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, man, like, if we in there killing each other, man, that's making their jobs easier, man. Like, I feel like if we was in there being model citizens and nothing had to get caught for, nobody had to get caught for anything, or you weren't in there doing nothing wrong, I feel like the police wouldn't know what to do with their damn life, man. But when we in there stabbing and killing each other and fighting all damn day, man, like, that brings excitement to these maniacs that work in there, man. So, like, he was right. Ak was right about everything he used to say back then. And I remember that, man. Like, that shit used to stick out to me when he said that. Like, yo, they want us to kill each other in here. That's what they want us to do. You know what I mean? So that's why I gave him kind of like leadership role. Like, I knew he had leadership in his soul. You know what I mean? Regardless if it was going to be now or 20 years from now. This man was a natural born leader. You know what I mean? He would speak out loud. He would be the guy that leads the prayer in the pod. He would be the guy that you see after Jumu'ah every Friday. People would be talking to him, like, different conversations, one by one type shit. Like, he was just a great dude, man. Hands down, y'all. Hands down, a great dude. You need anything, I can look out for you, any damn thing, man. So it got crazy though, you know what I mean? I ain't even gonna lie, because this is around the time where Ramadan is coming up now. You know what I mean? Now, so everybody knows Ramadan. The people that never been incarcerated, or the people that don't know about the Muslim community, Ramadan is something that comes every year. And I don't want to say it wrong either, y'all, because I don't know much about their religion. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna lie, but I know for a fact from being in penitentiary, this is how I went. But Ramadan is something that comes around yearly, you know what I mean, once a year. And I think it's where they fast for 30 days, you know what I mean? Then they have like their own little prayer service and they do all that. It's something that they do for 30 days. They can't eat until it gets dark, certain things like that, you know what I mean? So in penitentiary, on Sussex, this was my first time experiencing Ramadan on Lawrenceville, you know what I mean? Now on Sussex too, Ramadan was something that I never really like saw like how it really was operated, because Sussex was so locked down at times. Like, all you would see is the Muslims just headed out. Now, I knew what the Muslims would do on Fridays. They would go to Jumu'ah every Friday. I knew how that would go. Now, when the gangs came into the system, y'all, like, this started happening on Sussex too. You know what I mean? Now, every Friday, the Muslims have a program called Jumu'ah. They meet up in the gym. It'd be all the Muslims from the compound. They get to go to the gym. They do their prayer service. They do all that together for like an hour or two. Now, they have another religious service, I want to say, is the NOI. Now, the NOI is different from the Muslims. They have their own little situation going on. So when the gangs came to Virginia, everybody that was in a gang, like the Bloods, it's mostly the Bloods in the beginning, they will go to Juma on Fridays. They will sign up for Juma on Fridays and go to Juma, but they will have two sides. They will have a side where the Muslims gonna be at, then they will have a side where the NOI and all that's gonna be at. The Bloods, they will go to program and meet up with their own Bloods all around the compound. And that'd be the time where they can talk to their homies and do all the same stuff that the Muslims and the NOI is doing. Now, the only thing about that is sometimes they interrupt the service. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, they don't have a service. What they're doing is asking for permission from the Muslims. Can they do this? Because if the Muslims say anything about no, or they let the police know anything, that was shut down. That'll be shut down immediately, man. So I seen that whole dynamic of situations happen with that it got crazy a lot of times through Juma. Dudes saying they in Juma and the Blood dudes and they're being loud and disrespecting. And I seen stuff go down over that on Sussex, you know what I mean? Now that we on Lawrenceville, I'm experiencing the Ramadan on Lawrenceville for the first time. Now I know how it go, you know what I mean? But this is my first time experiencing it. So on Lawrenceville, y'all, goddamn, the Muslims the Muslims fast. They don't eat nothing all day. They don't eat nothing all day. So they go to child after our child, which would be, we go to child probably about like 5. They gonna go to child probably like about 7 when it gets dark. So when they go to child, they have their own child hall. The Muslims we have 2 child halls. So on Lawrenceville, the Muslims that have their own child hall, you know what I mean? And I think everybody on our side that's going to the child hall, they'll be on that side in the child hall. But again, the NOI is going to be in there. And then the gang members are going to be in there as well. Because for years, it just became a meeting place for the gangs to go where Juma is having program at. Ask anybody. That's how it is in Virginia. I know it sounds complicated, but that's how it was. Like, the Bloods would be able to go. When you hear the Muslims exiting out for program, for Friday, Juma and all that shit, the Bloods exiting too. The Crips exiting too, you know what I mean? On Lawrenceville, when they doing Ramadan, I see it's the same situation. The gangs are meeting up at Juma and they sign up for Ramadan. So they take it a step further by trying to fast like the Muslims and still do all that shit, but a lot of them niggas don't be fasting. So I think the word was the dude in my pod, you know what I mean, that I rock with, I think he off the rip. When Ramadan cranked up, he was letting the Blood dudes know. He was and the Crip dudes know. But he went to the Crip dudes, you know what I mean? He went to them, he was like, look, I don't mind y'all coming. He wasn't like talking loud, but the pod heard him because he talking to the dudes right there. He was like, I don't care about y'all coming, but if you're not fasting and then you're not gonna be serious about what we doing, then I don't want y'all in there. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna go to the police. I said I ain't gonna go to the police. I ain't gonna do none of this. But if y'all gonna be in there doing disrespectful stuff by not really taking what we doing serious, I don't want y'all in there, man. And for real, when I looked at it like I had a point because like they invaded their program. You see what I'm saying? The gang members, the Crips and all that shit, they invaded their whole joint. You know what I mean? So I see C just looking at it like he listening to Op, you know what I mean? But I see him, you know what I mean? So boom, they dip off. Goddamn, I see C go talk to his homies and shit. After C talk to his homies, I see him by the microwave. I pull up on him. I'm like, damn, boy, the nigga say y'all can't go to child. Like, man, but Op cool as a bitch though, man. I was like, you kind of got to respect him, man. I was like, I don't know y'all. He was like, man, nigga, I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat that mackerel cake. And that was another thing that they had when they used to fast. The Muslims sometimes would get a couple times a week or maybe more, 3 times a week, they would give them a mackerel cake. And that used to be a real good mackerel cake. When dudes used to bring it back from that program when they go to eat late, man, I bought it before, man. The mackerel cake was good as hell. I don't know if y'all ever had a mackerel cake. The mackerel cake is a scud. But see, like, man, I'm going to get that damn mackerel cake, man. Like, I ain't got time for what the hell they talking about, man. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like, yo, listen though, bro. You know what I mean? As usual, y'all know I'm giving up great advice as always because I can see when the BS gonna come. I can see when the devil's standing over our pod just looking like, I can see when he does that. And when I see situations like that, that's when you know what I mean? Like dudes I know, if it's a situation I can kind of intervene, I'll do it, man. Because sometimes a lot of shit don't even be worth it that dudes get into it over. You know what I mean? But at the same time, y'all know the Muslims, they're serious about their program. They're serious about their religion. And they're going to be serious about whatever they laying the law down with, man. Like, that's just how it go. You know what I mean? Anybody that been locked up that know Muslims, that's just how it is. So around this time, like, I rock with dude, rock with C. You know what I mean? So, like, he's serious around this time. He ain't really trying to, like, you know what I mean? Like, he getting into it, like come holler at me after he seen me talking to bro. Like, he won't doing none of that. So, goddamn, see, like, he going. You know what I mean? So, boom. Seeing his homies go down there when they call exit out for this was the first joint. You know what I mean? Got down, all the Muslims dip. Seeing them dip. Boom. They was in the child hall. They was in there for a minute. So, boom. Niggas in the jump, man. They come back. Program over with. So, like, I'm moving around kind of like, matter of fact, I'm getting out the shower. You know what I mean? I'm getting out the shower, y'all. So I done went to the cell. Boom. Dried off real good. Lotion up. Put my stuff back on. And I come back out in the pod. Boom, I come back out in the pod. As I'm coming back out in the pod, I can see the slider door and our front door is open. And I can see people just coming in, but it's the program. But this happens around this time of the year when they do Ramadan, y'all. Like, when the Muslims are fasting, it's a different time of the building where you will see the building jumping at where it usually ain't jumping at, but it's program coming back. You know what I mean? So it looked like child coming back, but it's really just the Muslims, the gang members, the NOI, shit like that. So as I'm coming down the steps, I look, I see niggas coming back. Niggas coming back. I see Op coming in that bitch. Op came in that bitch like, yeah. Nigga, that nigga came in that bitch walking like Tupac in Las Vegas. You hear me? That nigga was like, yeah, nigga, yeah. And I heard him say nigga. And like, he usually don't curse or none of that. He came in the park like, yeah, open my door. Open my door. He was in cell 5. Open my door. Open my door. Lady opened his door. I see him going that jump. I come down the steps. Now I'm down the steps. I'm like, yeah. I see a couple of his Muslim brothers coming in. They coming in. They trying to, like, you see them in there talking like, yo, they trying to tell his ass chill. They're like, yo, man, goddamn, that nigga, goddamn, Op, like, yeah. I'm putting his goddamn boots on. You know what I mean? He coming about his blue shirt. You know what I mean? Goddamn, Op. I look. I wanted to say something. I wanted to be like, yo, Op, what's up? I stayed out of it. I stayed out of the way. I didn't know what was going on. I look up. I see the Crips coming to joint. Boom, Crips coming to jump. Second nigga walk in with C walking to jump. He looking. He see the Muslim standing over there. He go upstairs. He go up the steps. Open my door. Open my door. She opened the door. Pow! He got down with the cell. You see his Crip homies over there talking to him. Goddamn. You see the door still open. You see a couple of other Crip niggas come to the door. They're like, hey, yo, call C. Call C for me. Like, yo, he in the cell. He ain't coming out. Boom. The lady closed the door. Boom. Crip dude still standing by the door. See, look up. You see Op come out that jump. Op come out that jump. He like, yeah. What's up? Yeah, what's up? Where you at? Where you at? C came out. C came in his door. C was like, yo, I'm right here. Come up here. Come up here. Op was like, no, you come to my cell. You come to my cell. You come down here. He was like, I ain't coming here. Come to my cell. So I'm looking like, they having a who coming to who cell to fight battle. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So boom, niggas like, yo, y'all making a scene. Y'all making a scene, man. Y'all chill out, man. Hell y'all doing? Hell y'all arguing over. So everybody come down. So C come down. C come down the steps with his homies. I mean, he come down there, he looking. Goddamn, niggas like, yo, man, y'all chill out, man. Like, this ain't what it is, man. Y'all don't need to be doing this shit, man. Come on, man, tighten up, man. Goddamn, C like, nah. This nigga gonna try to tell a nigga he can't eat. Man, he was like, hey, man, I ate my tray in that nigga face. Goddamn, I was like, yeah, that's why, because you wanted the police to save you. You wanted the police to save you. That's why. You wanted the police to save you. C was like, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. I ain't trying to hear that shit. We either gonna fight or we ain't. What's cracking? Goddamn, that nigga I was like, all right. Goddamn, niggas like, yo, y'all chill, man. So nothing happened. Nothing happened that night, y'all. When they come after the program, we probably out like another hour. Then we come back out for another hour after 9. Boom. We come back out for the late jump. Boom. Everybody out the pod. Niggas out the pod. Crip niggas strapped up. Muslim niggas strapped up. Niggas looking like, what the hell is going on? So I'm looking at it like this, y'all. I'm looking like, you know what I mean? I got x-ray vision through this shit. You know what I mean? Y'all let me know in the comments if I was wrong for intervening, but I got x-ray vision through this stuff, y'all. And when I saw how serious it was because of when it was over, I pulled C to the side, man. I had to after they like calmed down. Right before we had lockdown on that last joint, I came out to get some ice. I see everybody all strapped up looking serious as a bitch on Lawrenceville. I could see if I was in gangland, but this is supposed to be the old head part over here. Niggas looking serious as a bitch. I'm looking like, I come down the steps, I'm like, get some ice. Fill my cup up, turn around. I said, C, let me holler at you, bro. He was like, he pushed over there where I was at and shit. He was like, what's up? I'm like, hey, bro, listen. I said, look, man, goddamn, I ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong, bro, but I'm letting you know now. Y'all get into it around Ramadan time. I said, bro, that shit gonna lit up, like it's gonna light up the whole compound. I said, because they serious about that Ramadan. I said, I know you just getting in the system. You only been in the system 3 years, bro. You've been in receiving, then Lawrenceville was your first spot. C was one of those dudes, Lawrenceville was his first spot from receiving. He lucked up. A lot of dudes don't get lucky and be able to come to Lawrenceville after receiving. He came to Lawrenceville after receiving, so like, he know about prison. You know what I mean? He's a gang member. He's trained to go, but at the same time, some things he don't know. So that's when I was alerting him to it. Like, listen, bro, if y'all get into it, bro, around this Ramadan shit, bro, that shit gonna light the whole compound up, and it's gonna be a gang. It's gonna be Crips versus goddamn Muslims, bro. He like, man, shit, man, that's what it might need to be. He was like, that's what I need to be. He said, because goddamn, the Muslims, man, he was like, man, these old heads, man, they got it effed up, y'all. He was like, man, he got it effed up. He got it effed up, man, because people been doing this, bro. He said, man, I used to hear about my daddy doing this, bro. My daddy been banging. You know what I mean? He was like, my daddy been, see, I was like, your daddy locked up. He was like, yeah, my daddy locked up. He on Red Onion now. But he was like, he been telling me that goddamn he'll meet his homies on Ramadan and, you know what I mean, Juma and all that. That's what we do. You know what I mean? He said, now, goddamn, he want to be an asshole and tell a nigga we can't come there. It wasn't that he was really being an asshole, though, y'all. Like, just imagine if you was a Muslim. Put yourself in this situation right here, y'all. You're a Muslim. Y'all supposed to have your own little sacred program. You know what I mean? Y'all got the most serious religion in prison. You know what I mean? Outside of Christians, y'all have the most serious religion. And you have gang members coming there to meet. Just imagine that. Now, I told y'all, I seen them deal with it on Sussex. And sometime it got crazy. But on Lawrenceville, it was my first time experiencing this. But from the looks of things, how I saw how Lawrenceville was, it was a lot of Muslims and it was a lot of gang members. I was trying to diffuse this shit, y'all, because I know this can get ugly, and I ain't really want to see C goddamn get tangled up in this, because I'm looking like the Muslims gonna win this. I know they gonna win. You know what I mean? I know my bro ain't scared, but the Muslims are gonna win. So he like, yo, man, for real, bro. Goddamn, goddamn, they trying to stop shit that been happening for years, bro. Like, man, that shit whack. He was like, that's lame as a bitch. And he lied. I'm like, yo, calm down, bro. He like, nah, that shit lame, Weezy, man. He like, man, goddamn, niggas want to tell niggas they can't come there and eat. And we coming there to meet our homies, man. This is what we been doing, da-da-da-da. I get to see my homies from over here, da-da-da. And he just going in. I'm like, listen, bro, I understand. I was like, see, listen, I understand. But at the same time, bro, like, you gotta think about, like, everybody's gonna get involved in this shit. Like, it's gonna be a lot of people that get involved and get hurt behind something senseless as a mackerel cake, bro. He was like, man, go ahead, too white, man. He was like, man, it ain't about the mackerel cake, bro. It ain't about the mackerel cake, bro. It's the principle, bro. I'm like, bro, listen, goddamn, I right in a way too, bro. He like, man, fuck up, man. I was like, bro, all right, bro. I dipped. I went back to the cell. Boom. We go to breakfast the next morning. When we go to breakfast the next morning, y'all know I don't go eat because he fasting. You know what I mean? I look up. I see goddamn seeing his homies going to breakfast. So that's the first violation that I was talking about that he didn't want at his program. You know what I mean? It's not his program, but he was one of the leaders of the Muslims. Like, this is what he wasn't feeling right here, y'all. He wasn't feeling that the Crip dudes were still going to regular child and cheating, coming to the late night program, trying to get the food that they getting too. I'm letting y'all know now, man. You might look at that like that's some bullshit that he getting mad about, but they take stuff like that serious, y'all. That's my word. They take stuff like that serious. So I see Op pin them go to child. I see them go to child. I didn't go to child, so I seen Op like, man, yo, hey, Weezy, man, your homeboy, man. I was like, man, listen, I know him, bro. Like, I'm just trying, you know what I mean? He was like, man, don't get in this shit, Weezy. I'm like, bro, I ain't got nothing to do with this shit. I was just hollering at him, letting him know like this shit can get ugly, like he need to tighten up. He said, don't tell him shit. He said, you see what they doing right now? You see what they doing right now? That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about right there. They still going to eat, and they still coming to eat with us. And that's what I'm not going to allow. That's what I'm not going to allow. None of the Muslims are going to allow this. I'm letting you know that now. I'm going to send the word out, and we're not going to allow this. I'm like, yo, listen. I said, yo, listen, man. I said, they wrong. I said, but they young. I said, you got to talk to them. I ain't talking no more. Them young dudes don't talk. They don't like talking. They don't listen to nobody. They think they know every damn thing. I said, I know that. I said, but look, I'm just learning these young maniacs too. I said, but at the same time though, man, I said, man, listen, before I go to violence, man, I said, what you used to always say on Susses, bro? And he stopped and looked at me like, damn, you remember that shit? I'm like, man, what you used to always say on Susses, man? He was like, that they want us to kill each other, right? That's what they want. I was like, yeah, bro. I said, man, when I heard you say that when I was young, bro, I was like, man, that shit stuck to me because it's true. I said, when you see me talking to C just now, I'm trying to work a way around this shit, man. He was like, man, real talk, Weezy, man. He dapped me up. He was like, man, I rock with you, man. He was like, man, but this one might be destined right here. I'm like, damn, man. I'm like, yo, what can I do, y'all? What could I do? There's nothing I can do. The Muslims feeling like the gang members are really violating, and this is what they do. You know what I mean? They look at what they're doing. You signing up for our program where we really fasting. We're not eating all damn day, and y'all signing up for our program just to come congregate and meet, where we're really going through prayer program and Bibles like they doing their prayer service and all that. The Muslims are serious about their programs and what they doing, especially Ramadan. Then they see the gang members trying to come there and like, for real, I saw both sides. But I just didn't want it to get violent because I know this was going to get violent. All this is going on in San Francisco, y'all. Can you believe it? But they had old heads over there. Like I said, C was an older head. They had a few young dudes running around. You know what I mean? But for the most part, like, I just was like, damn, man, like this shit crazy, man. Like I never really seen my own eyes in the middle of it slightly because I'm in the pod and I know the two dudes. I never seen how it can get crazy between two groups. I never seen it. So boom. Goddamn, get ready to go to breakfast and shit. They go after we go to breakfast, we come back, they do outside rep. You know what I mean? See, goddamn, I go outside, hollering at some of the Muslims. C went outside, he talking to some of the Crips. I didn't go outside. But when they came back in, it really wasn't no tension, you know what I mean? Goddamn, I go to dinner, I see my man, that's a 70 building. He see me like, yo, 70 building is right next door to San Francisco. We in San Francisco is 60 building. 70 building is right here. The next to 70 is 80 building. So when I see my man in 70 building, he was like, yo, what the hell going on in y'all damn pod? I'm like, what you talking about? He was like, man, everybody talking about goddamn the Crips and the Muslims gonna get into it tonight, bro. I'm like, get into it? He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, bro, I heard they gonna get into it, bro. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, listen, goddamn, that shit crazy how they beefing. You know what I mean? I was like, I know both parties, bro. I was like, but ain't there one of them listening? I said, ain't there one of them listening, bro? Everybody feeling like they being disrespected. You know what I mean? I said, what could I do? He was like, yo, I'm gonna tell you what you can do. I was like, what? He was like, stay your ass out of it. I was like, you right, bro. You know what I mean? I was like, you right, man. So boom, goddamn, stand by for Ramadan, stand by for program. We don't stand by for that junk. Boom, you see everybody, the Muslims, they getting ready because they hungry. They ain't ate all day. They ready to go eat, go see their brothers. You know what I mean? Do what they do on Ramadan. So I seeing them getting ready, seeing them already ready, dressed, shirt tucked in, button down, tie buttoned up. They ready. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn. I wanted to say, yo, see, man, damn that Michael K, bro. Bro don't want to listen to me though. Boom. They leave out. Y'all. This is my word. They leave out. Goddamn. I look up probably about 20 minutes later. Nah, probably 15 minutes later. It won't that long. I'm gonna say 10 to 15 minutes later. I look up. I see one of the Crip dudes coming back in the pod. You know what I mean? Goddamn, he come back in the pod. I look up. I see one of the Muslims coming in behind him. Soon as the Crip dude was like in cell 11 right next to the handicap some damn way, like on that back wall. But as soon as he walked in the pod, he didn't even know the Muslim dude was behind his ass the whole time. Muslim dude was a little bigger than him. He was stalking him like prey. He was on his ass. He was walking. Dude went like this. Open my door. He slid off to the side a little bit. The door said, pop. Soon as the door said, pop, he went in. As soon as he went in, Muslim dude went in on his ass. Muslim dude was on his ass, y'all. Nigga, keep disrespecting the Boom, he was kneeing that nigga and everything. Crip dude was in that bitch. Nigga, boom, boom, boom. He smashed the Crip dude. Man, Muslim dude smashed him out. I look, the Muslim dude is not even in our damn pod. I'm like, oh shit. These niggas done sent their force over here. So boom, three other dudes come back. There wasn't gang members or Muslim. They come in and jump. They seen the Muslim dude beat the hell out the Crip dude. Niggas like, yo, what the hell happened over there? They was like, man, they had a Muslim dude at the front gate, and that nigga was checking names and doing all that shit like he was the cops. Now, I don't want to say the Muslims was the cops doing that shit, man. That was something that somebody told me that how he was doing. But they just take their shit serious, man. It ain't about being the cops. You know what I mean? They just take their program serious, man. So he said when they were checking the names, he get to arguing with C homeboy. He said C made it in. He said he get to arguing with C homeboy. He said they talking. He said, dude, police told dude to go back to the building. He said a Muslim dude went back behind his ass. The Muslim dude is in goddamn 62 pod. He's not even in our damn pod. Man, that shit was crazy. He came in there, y'all, and beat the hell out of the Crip dude. So boom, he beat the hell out of the Crip dude. Motherfucking, next thing you know, you look up, you see like 3 Crips at our door. They like, hey, call. So they calling dude who just got his ass whooped. They like, call. So you see the old head that's standing by the TV. He like, hey, you calling dude. The old head know he just got his goddamn head beat off just now. He like, hey, you call him, hey. No answer. He looked like, no answer. He like, man, get the dope pop. Get the dope pop. The dude on the other side, like, man, get the dope pop. You a Crip dude. Man, get the dope pop. Goddamn. Old head went to the slide and hit the button. Hey, open the front door. Lady like, for what? You're like, man, open the door, man. If you playing, open the damn door. She opened that bitch. Goddamn, as soon as she opened that bitch, Crip niggas coming there and jumping. They're like, yo, where my homie at? It's 2 of them. Like, yo, where my homie at? Niggas like, yo, in there. Goddamn, the Muslim dude standing over there talking to 2 old heads from Richmond. He's standing like, he trying to get out. You know what I mean? But the lady straight, and closed the hell out that door fast as a bitch. So he couldn't make his exit. He kind of trying to time his shit to get out when program was coming back. I know that's how he trying to time it. So he's standing cool as a bitch over by cell 1, talking to the dude from Richmond that's standing there. And he trying to goddamn figure out how he gonna make his way out because he just beat somebody's ass. So niggas coming in like, yo, where my homie at? Niggas walking and jump. He looking, yo, my homie, he look. He went and said, oh shit, homie, you all right? Hey, yo, man. God damn, man. Who the fuck did it? Get up, nigga. And get up. I was like, damn. I look, the door wide open. I look like, damn, bro, get up, bro. Look like a raccoon in the damn face. Old head beat the shit out of him. I'm like, God damn, Muslim dude punished this dumb ass. He get up. Damn, they like, man, who the fuck did this, bro? Who the hell nigga in this pod did this? Who the fuck did this, bro? And they were like, and they looked around. Old head had his scully on down tight, pulled down tight. I mean, he's standing there. He pointed. He was like, yo. He was like, he did it. They was like, yo, let me holler at you. Muslim dude like, what's up? Man, as he said, what's up, y'all? Man, that's my word. They rushed his ass. Boom, boom. They got his ass. Like, he was fighting back, but he got all the way back to like, the booth is over top of us. The seal would literally have to come down and look to see where they were fighting at because they're under her. But she can read the pod and see how the pod is reacting. And sometimes they know that's a fight. But she wasn't paying no mind. They got his ass right there by the door. Boom, 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 boom. Muslim dude fighting back. Boom, taking hits. Boom, 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 boom. He running. They fighting. Goddamn. Next thing you know, the slider open up. Program coming back. Man, it's my word. Program come back. Man, them niggas right there still rumbling. Man, I looked up, man, it's my word. I look in the middle of the hallway. There was a lot of niggas out there, but when the smoke cleared, all you seen was C and goddamn Op going at it. Them niggas that looked like 2 Rams hitting each other. Them niggas was out that bitch wrecking. Boom, boom, boom. Niggas wrecking hard as a bitch. Them niggas like, oh shit. Niggas looking like, oh shit. You got to fight right here. You got to fight out in the hallway. This is my word. Next thing you know, 63 open up. You see some more goddamn Crips come out there. They start banking Op. Man, this is my word. They banking Op ass in the hallway. I'm like, damn. I had no dog in the fight, y'all. You know what I mean? I wanted it squashed, but I still wasn't rooting for who I want to win. I just was looking at 2 organizations killing each other over nothing. Like, I mean, not really nothing to the Muslims, but this was crazy, man. This was crazy to witness, man. They going at it in our pod and they going at it in the hallway. Man, next thing you know, man, the front door opened up, I guess. Next thing you know, all you seen was Muslims come through that bitch. All you seen was Kufis. Niggas was out that bitch in the hallway rumbling. That shit looked like Royal Rumble back in the day. Nigga, man, it was all fist police. It was a CO dude working. Man, that nigga came, you see him, he got in the middle of that shit. That nigga was like, nigga bumping him and everything. He was like, that nigga just walked away and got on the talkie. Goddamn it, that nigga went and got on the walkie-talkie. Goddamn, man, niggas was out that bitch fighting for a minute. Next thing you know, that shit came back in the pod. See them came in the pod. They backseat, man, it was too many Muslims. Man, they back seeing them in the pod, seeing them come in the pod. This word Muslim dude had a knife and everything. One of the Muslim dudes like, yeah. Seeing them like this, seeing them goddamn like this, they trying to get their back. They like, yeah, what's up? Muslim dude like, that nigga swung that shit at CSC. Weed that shit, nigga. That nigga start pumping that shit at CS. Nigga, see what goddamn, oh, nigga. Got that shit, hit him right there, boom. Nigga, see, start rumbling that nigga ass, boom, boom, boom. Man, they rumbling like a bitch. Man, they rumbling like a bitch, man. That's my word. They were rumbling like a bitch. You see the white shirt and goddamn the lieutenant, they come through that jump. They come through there, about 4 COs, they look. They saw that shit in my pod. Them niggas ain't even open that slider door. They broke the shit up that was going on out in the hallway. They broke that shit up. Them niggas in my pod getting it, man. That's my word, man. Seeing that bitch dodging a knife, man, that's my word. While he dodging a knife, goddamn, he ain't even see Ock come behind his ass, man. Man, that nigga dodging a knife. Man, that nigga Ock came behind that nigga. And he was fighting the nigga with the knife. See, we're fighting that nigga. Man, that's my word. Ock came behind that nigga, y'all real nice and sneaky with it. And we waited for he backed right into Ock. And as he backed right into Ock hooked his ass. Pop! And when he caught CS, he put his lights out. I seen my homeboy hit the deck, man. That nigga hit the deck like a goddamn, man, see, man, I mean, I hit that nigga with the hook, y'all. Boom! That nigga said, boom. That nigga hit the ground. Man, all you seen was Ock on top of that nigga ass. Yeah, nigga, I'm gonna teach you a lesson, youngin'. I'm gonna teach you a lesson, youngin'. Boom, you can hit his ass. Boom, you can hit him shit, rockin' C ass. Bow, bow, bow. I'm gonna teach you a lesson, youngin'. Bow. Bow, fucking with the best, youngin'. Bow, bow. Man, he was talking to C-ass, man. Police open the door and sprayed they dumb ass. Niggas, oh shit. Niggas got the fuck out the way. Man, they ran in that bitch. Man, they ran in that junk, y'all. Locked all they dumb asses up, man. They got all them niggas, man. Everybody had something to do with it. They locked them up. They locked us down. Man, that's my word. The trustee dude come out while we locked down and shit. He come out and say, man, they were rumbling in the 70 building and 80 building. The whole side of the yard, Crips and Muslims was fighting, man, over what they thought was disrespect. But that's how it goes in prison, man. Like, it don't matter if you have a group that's friendly, you know what I mean? A religion that's friendly. If they feel like they being disrespected, they gonna take it to the next level, man. And that's just how dangerous prison can be over stuff that's not minorly big, but it's big to the next person, man. And the Muslims thought they was being disrespected. And they set a damn example. I ain't even gonna lie. They set example, man. C got stabbed. C got his ass whooped. The other Crip dudes in the hallway, they was rumbling. They beat that first dude ass. The first Muslim, they beat his ass in my pod by the door. They beat his ass. But once them other Muslims came in there, it was pandemonium, y'all. That shit went up on the whole side of the yard. Just like I told C that shit was gonna happen, man. I told him that shit was gonna happen. I told him, and I told him, and I told him, man. The Muslims was right, man. You shouldn't want to go there. I think they probably still doing that to this day. Y'all ask anybody y'all locked up with if you're in Virginia or maybe somewhere else might do this, but the gangs usually try to meet up through the Muslim program, man. That shit caused a goddamn melee in that junk, y'all. That shit caused a maniac fight, man. And a lot of people got hurt, and it was dangerous, y'all. I'm letting y'all know now, man. I watched it firsthand. I watched the Crips versus Muslim. That shit was so crazy to me to watch, y'all. It was nuts, man. But they end up shipping. They ship Ock. I never seen Ock again. You know what I mean? I think they try to hit Ock with a knife. You know what I mean? They say Ock was the one that stabbed him with the knife. They end up shipping C. You know what I mean? A couple of his homies came out. I seen a few of the Muslims that were still moving around. But for the most part, man, they locked us down for a whole week. We was locked down for a whole week, man. We came off lockdown for like 3 days. And then right after that, they put us on a big institutional lockdown, which they locked the whole compound down. And I think they done that because that situation was so violent. That situation was so crazy. They wanted to maximize that situation and goddamn make sure they get a hold of that situation. So they did a shakedown of the whole compound just in case it was more weapons and just get people to calm down. I think that's what they did, man. So we went off lock for about a week. Then they put our ass right on the big lockdown for another week, man. And it was wild, y'all, man. And that's the end of the damn story. Man, that shit got violent, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Muslims versus Crips, man. Like, the Muslims don't disrespect nobody, man. And for real, a lot of the gang members really don't disrespect nobody. But a lot of their nature is to disrespect people, man. Like, something as small as disrespecting the Ramadan program, something that they can't wait for to do every year, that can be serious to a Muslim, man. And at the end of the day, I felt like the Crips was wrong on this one, y'all. Y'all leave in the comments and let me know who y'all think was wrong on this situation right here. But it was a real situation, man. I seen it go up on the whole side of the yard on Lawrenceville on this one, man. But at the end of the day, man, like, if y'all don't want to go through these situations, man, what I always tell y'all, man, stay y'all ass out the way, man. Like, this place is like Lawrenceville. Yeah, it sounds sweet and it sounds like this, but it's still dangerous because it's still prison. At the end of the day, you don't want to be in no prison, man. You want to be safe in your crib with your family, man, with your feet up, man. That's where you want to be at, man, every damn night, man. I'm letting y'all know now, the experiences and the stories that I tell y'all about, man, there's nothing I want to glorify. But at the same time, sharing my stories with y'all, man, to scare y'all ass, man, because I don't want y'all to ever go to prison ever, man. I want y'all to stay y'all ass out the way. Dudes that came home, I want y'all to never go back. I want y'all to stay out the way, man. And that's just what it is, y'all, period, man. But y'all already know what to do with this video right here, man. It's the weekend banger game. Another one. And we're going to turn this one up, man. If y'all rock with me, man, y'all give me 1,000 likes on this one, man. I need this one to go up. Let's get it, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe this junk, man. Turn me up. Let's get it. 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 Let's go, man. But y'all be safe, man. Y'all know how I love y'all, man. I want y'all to stay out the way. I don't want y'all getting in trouble. Y'all see I break sweats for y'all, man. That's what I do, man. I work hard for y'all, man. But with that being said, man, stay y'all ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, staying out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments can pay for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes.